Hey, now y'all know what time it is when I get on this mic and I get to grab these headphones. It's Tati. Look, I was only destined to win. I was only destined to win. And again. Look. Destined to win, feel like the greatest. Shout to mom and pop straight off the top. The ones who made me, shout to me who call them God against the odds, the one who saved me. And to all the ones who raised me, can't forget about my baby who I do this for. Never imagine I get to do this more. Never knowing how would it happen, but I know who to roar. I know who to call, who to fall. Every losing war, coming forward out, big or tall. When I shoot, he score. I just wanna thank him for them times when I was lonely and them times when I ain't had nobody but him checking on me. I just give it all to him, then he wash all of the sins. I ain't never ever had a better person for a friend. That's why every single time you see a tan, you see me win. And like every single time you see me shine, you see me praying. I just get down on my 10, asking to then see the plan. I was destined to be destined, such a blessing to be in. Yeah. That's how we gonna tune in to the newly improved, newly rebrand TatiChristian Show, episode 1, Gospel Edition, y'all. This how we gonna kick it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's Tati. I was only destined to win. I was only destined to win. And again. Look, destined to win, feel like the greatest. Shout the mom. A is Tati. Yeah. Y'all, I am so excited for real. Like, this has been a journey for me, for real. Like, I remember my mama told me, she like, you're gonna be a gospel rapper. And I'm like, Mom, no, I'm not. I feel like God wants me to go after the lost. And then he gave me the revelation when I was just in the shower today, like, yeah, if you gonna go for the lost, you gotta be whole first. You can't be half in and half out like they are, because that's gonna confuse them. They're gonna think that that's what they supposed to do. But when you fully put me in control and you fully put me intact and you follow after the path that I'm giving you, you gonna show them, you gonna lead the lost, but just in a different way, in a better way, in his way. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. I'm trying to tell you, and I'm just like, woo! I'm ready. Yes, yeah, I'm so excited. Yes, but I am nowhere near the same person that I used to be, and I could feel it for real. So this whole journey of turning over a new leaf to a new person to serve a new purpose, it's all, I'm ready for it. Not only am I ready, but I'm accepting to it. I remember I first had got this, like I said, my mom was like, you gonna do gospel? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do gospel. And I was more so embarrassed about it, because it's like everybody who loves God is lame, and that's it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get to people or talk to people or touch people, but God told me, like, you ain't supposed to get everybody, you ain't supposed to talk to everybody. That's my job. You just do what I'm asking you to do. You just stay aligned with what I got going for you, know. So yes, this is good. This gonna be a definitely a new beginning for me. I'm ready. I just say yes. It's so hard to say yes, especially when you don't know what you're saying yes to. But knowing who God is, he would never lead me into saying yes to something that'll lead me to destruction. So I say yes, Lord. I say yes to your will. So yeah, I even feel like my smile is brighter. Like, this is really crazy. Like, not crazy, but like, wow. Like, this is so brand new, y'all. And clearly I'm excited. I done said it 3 times in 3 minutes. But yes, y'all. So, of course, look, he even did something even better, y'all. He even got me working, y'all. I already got the topics ready in motion. You hear me? Already ready. So yeah, y'all. So I got the name TatiChristian from, actually I was going to Bible study at my friend's church, and I got really close with her pastor. He applauded my music, and I was just like telling him, like, this was in the beginning of my spiritual journey. I'm like, at this point I want to do gospel. I always talk about God in all my songs already anyway, so why not do it the full way? So we were talking, and I'm like, I just want to be a whole new person. And we were talking about somebody in the Bible. I'm new to all of this, trust me, but I think it was, I can't even tell you who it was in the Bible, but their name was changed. I think it was David's name had changed to Israel or something. And it was because David was no longer the same person. He had changed to a different person, so his name changed with it. And I feel like that was me. I'm a different person, so I feel like my name had to change with it. It's like, I love who I am. I love where I came from, and I feel like everything that I went through built me to be this person now. So I always want to have that foundation and that connection with who I used to be. However, I am different. So everything that is new must be changed over, So if you look, Tati, I'll put it on the screen. It's TatiChristian. So what I basically did was I moved the A from the end of Tati Christina, and I moved it in between the I and the N, and I made TatiChristian. And what better name to be a gospel artist than TatiChristian? Like, there's no other name. And he had given me that name as well, Pastor Elder Jerome. So I shout out to you for that. Thank you so much for being there at the beginning of my spiritual journey. You were definitely well appreciated, for sure, because I definitely feel like that was a start. That was my stepping stone, like to a new beginning, for sure. Now let's get into that heat. Let's get into that. Destined to Win, y'all. That's actually my very first song that I am dropping. It is not out yet. It is copywritten, so don't play where you don't want to lay. Okay. So I am looking for 6 singers. If I could give a little bit more, that'll be cool too. But I'm looking for 6 to 10 singers who can sing that Destined to Win part at the end of the song as a choir. I'm looking for a choir effect, a choir sound. If you know anybody, definitely tell them, hit me up. Pay gig. I gotta stick to that. I mean, I'm not rich, so it's not gonna be like $1 million, but it'll be a little something for your time being and your time dedicated to this, helping me get it done. I would definitely appreciate that. So 6 to 10 singers, let me know in my inbox. Shoot me an inbox, shoot me a DM. Let me know or comment on this video on YouTube, whatever. I really need serious inquiries only, because I've been trying to get this drop since the summertime, and it wasn't none happening. Now I'm really pushing the issue to the point where I will be all 10 people on that song. Like, I will be all 10 people on that quiet if I have to, because I really want to get this out. Definitely a dope song. I wrote this again in the beginning of my spiritual journey, the very beginning, because I'm still there. But I wrote this and I felt it. Like, I was going through so much, and actually I was getting through so much. So I don't even want to say I was going through so much. I was getting through so much, and I just felt like, God, you got me. And he didn't even show me today a few things that I didn't experience. Like, wow, you got me. And it's just, it's only right that I praise you back. It's only right that I praise you back, for real. It's only right that I give you that breath that you put in my lungs back into the air, to acknowledge who you are, praise your name, and just to tell your children how real and how good you are. Like, yes, y'all. So I do want to get into who influenced me as a gospel artist. Like I said earlier, my mom, she definitely, just watching her grow to be who she is now from where she used to be. I will say we've always been in a church family, but going and attending New Life, having better leaders, having leaders who are God-fearing and God-knowing. That's really what helps embrace your spiritual journey in the relationship that you have with Christ and God. Christ and God are two different people too, by the way. I don't want to step on my own toes, but I think Christ is Jesus and God is God. Don't quote me. I'm learning. But so yeah, she just learning, just watching her grow and just seeing how God has done so many amazing things for her. It just definitely made me want to learn him more for myself too. And she actually y'all gave me this Bible for my, I don't know what year. The year would have been on here. Just give me a second, I'm gonna show. The year would be on here if I didn't ruin my Bible. I ruined my Bible. I done been through a lot with this Bible, okay? When I tell you I was carrying this Bible with me everywhere, all through that school, through that whole year, and we'll talk about that later. But I was carrying this Bible everywhere. It was by my bed every night. I ended up spilling some water on it. It was a lot. And I was going to get on here and I was going to tell y'all, I was going to be like, yeah, this is my Bible and y'all going to like it or not. Y'all better like it or not. I've been through everything and y'all going to see it and woo. God gave me the revelation. Like, that is your problem now. You don't know how to let go. You think everybody is just supposed to expect you and accept you at the worst that you were and just love it just because you said so. But let it go. Like that, you've been through that. You went through that. They shouldn't see that. They shouldn't see that you are broken and you missing a front cover and some pages had to be stapled together. They shouldn't have to see that. They should just know that through your word and through your light and through your power. So I'm gonna go get me a new Bible. Cause he told me to. Yes. So I'm gonna go give me a new Bible, y'all, and I'm gonna everything is just about to be new for me. I was afraid to let go of that Bible because, like I said, I've been through so much with it, but it's just like everything that came with you is not gonna stay with you, and I be having to remind myself that when I realize, like, dang, I gotta let certain things go for the greater good, though, for the greater good. For sure, y'all. So, yes, my mother, back to that, my mother was a great influence. Just watching her grow again, watching her build the connection she has with us, watching her being a grandmother to my daughter. Those are all great things that made me want to definitely grow closer to God. And then the artist, I want to say, that introduced me to wanting to be a gospel rapper is Childlike Cece. I don't know if you, man, she say, how you gonna scare me? I don't even walk by sight. That's what they can't see. Filled with the spirit, I'm high off life. I don't get antsy. I was bearing the fruit, now they seeing this right. Now they understand me. They hear the beat thinking I'm a trap rapper about to get saved and they know it. Like, what? What? You mean to tell me I can still be a lyricist? I can still go bar for bar, but all I gotta do is rechange the genre? You mean I can still do that and serve you at the same time? I'm in it. I'm all in. And that's exactly what I told him. I'm all in. I'm all in, guy. I am all in. Have your way. For real, because my way wasn't getting me nowhere. I ain't gonna lie to you. My way was not getting me nowhere. I thought it was. I thought I was luscious and living a very demure, very cutesy. I thought I was living that life. But the more I fell and strayed away and straggled from Jesus, I just realized every single time I was going to be doing good for 5 seconds and I was going to hit that bump in the road and I was going to have to go back to God. And that's what I don't want to keep having to do. I don't want to have to go back to God. I always want him to be right there on the side of me or right there in front of me. I don't want to have to go and pick him back up, you know? So definitely, I just say, have your way. I'm excited for this journey, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This episode is probably gonna be named Excited because that's just all I'm gonna keep saying. I am so excited. I'm so blessed, like, to be able to have experienced such an amazing encounter. Like, wow, you really wanted me to do this, and I really am doing it. Her said in her song, she said, everything you wanted me to be is everything I prayed for. Like, I prayed for this. I just didn't know how I was going to get it and which way. And that's something that we have to be mindful of when we're praying. He's not going to always give it back to us the way we ask for it. It's going to be 10 times better. 100%. I'm not even, because we are mediocre, for real. The things that we ask God to do, he could do tenfold, okay? Tenfold. We thinking too little. What is, you think big. You got to think big. For real, y'all. Now, y'all. We gonna jump into this because I'm sure some of y'all have seen my Facebook post and my Instagram post. And for those who have not, I did just lose my job, y'all. Now, yes, I was in disbelief. I'm not gonna lie to you, because reason why, y'all, let me tell y'all why I was such in disbelief. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I was the best person ever in the world. I know I probably messed up in certain areas, but it was never enough to be let go of. It was never enough. I have given so much of greatness, and I feel like that's what the devil dislike. He doesn't like great. He doesn't like light, so when you are that, it's like a lot of warfare, spiritual warfare is going to just follow you, and it's going to be on top of you to the point where you think it's you when it's not you. You just got to keep the faith. You just have to keep the faith. But yeah, I would never say I was deserving to be let go of. I do want to say I know God is real, and I know he's in me, because I don't feel it as much as I would have back then. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have been just down and out. And another thing why I know that he gonna turn this for my good is because I got the letter, I got the email while I was on my way to my women's retreat, where we get to learn who God is, where we get to have a closer, better relationship with who God is, and where we get to learn who ourselves are. And for me to get the letter as soon as I sat down to take off to go to this trip, I'm like, no. Like, what's coming next? That's the first thing I said. I promise you, I kid you not. I'm like, what's coming next, God? Because no way. I'm doing all great things for your children. I'm pouring into them. I'm speaking life to them. I'm getting them things when they need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm lecturing them. This is what my sister was telling me earlier when we were having a conversation. She was like, you were pouring into those kids. And there's no way that God would take me away from something like that. And if he was to take me away from something like that, it's only because he has something greater. It's only because he has something bigger. And I don't know what it is right now, but I am so faithful in his plan. I'm so faithful in his word that I'm going to just keep going. That's all I can do. I'm going to just keep going. I can't sit around and just sit in my head and think, oh, what is it next, God? What is it next? Because I feel like if I do that, I'm going to miss it. So now I'm just all ears, all mind, all knowing, all open. All open. That's what I want to say. And I'm all receiving, and I'm all waiting. And I definitely encourage my people who are going through things to be open, be trusting, like faithfully thinking that God is good. That's all I can say. Oh my God. That's what I can say. He's good. He's good, y'all. He's so good. I'm definitely going to be starting to play scripture games too. I want y'all to be involved with that, where I'm going to be playing games. I'm learning the Bible now, so I'm reading it for myself. So these are pretty much going to be games for me, but I'm going to see how fast I could know where a scripture is coming from. I'm going to see how fast I could name names in the Bible, books in the Bible. That's how I want to be. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do in life. Like, I don't want to talk about irrelevant things. I don't. And I told y'all earlier, I was so scared to turn over this leaf because I'm like, Only lame people, will believe in God. So, or will listen to a godly podcast or a gospel artist, But I'm lame. I don't care. That's what I am. I'd rather be that. I'd rather be that than to be into so much chaos. So much chaos. And I think about that when I think about sin. Like, sin is actually here to stop us from hurting or to prevent us from hurting. That's exactly what sin is for. It's not to make us live a boring life. It's to stop us from hurting. Because if let's give an example. Sex before marriage. You getting sexually transmitted disease, unwanted babies, soul ties, drinking, DUIs, don't remember what happened, embarrassing yourself. Weed, even though weed is not a sin, it is the fact that he wants us to have a sober mind. So, but weed, you tweaking out, you forgetting stuff, you get laced. You know what I'm saying? Like, or gossiping the whole time. You talking about somebody that might lead to somebody else hearing it. Now the whole world knows it, and now it's a bigger deal than what it started to be with. Disobeying your mother and your father, like, you get that times 10 with the world. Even if you don't have kids, the world is going to treat you so wrong until you know how to respect your parents. And that's so real, because I'm going to be transparent here. I was very disrespectful to my father, very disrespectful on a, not like super disrespectful. It was just like, I'm an adult. I feel like I run it. I run me. I get to say what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it. And I felt like, that was the right thing to do. I didn't get no great relationship ever. I still ain't. I'm still That's not even funny, but I'm still paying for it. And I will say I have gotten to the point where I will catch myself and I'll tell my father, like, I'm sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to say it like that, or respectfully as an adult can. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to, play my part as a child. And I still ain't got no man, no good man. Because this is like, you going to get what you give. And I feel like sin is here to stop this. You get what you give, literally. So it's not the fact that he just wants us to live a boring life. It's just, that's the life that saves us from hurt. I love it. I'm for it. I'm for it, y'all. And yes, we have these habits because we are in this worldly world. But it's when you are willing to give it up, and when you are ready, when you are really saying yes to God, he will give you that strength and that power to do what you need to do, for real, for real. I've seen it for myself. I'm seeing it now. I'm witnessing it now, for real, y'all. Speaking of that retreat, that was an amazing retreat, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even, let me see. Let me find my thing. Whew. I've been working out, so my legs are hurting like crazy. That's why men working out don't work out, because it's like, soon as my legs hurt, I feel like I feel it. I feel like I'm in it, and it's just like, I'm done. This time I'm gonna try to keep going though. But anyways, y'all, so yes, the retreat, it was so good. It was based on refocus, reset, remove, renew, and repurpose. And when I say that was all those things in one, it was all those things in one. I have a few scriptures, a few of them I'm gonna share real quick. But just to sum up that whole experience, I do have videos to put together to create a whole little vlog, I'll say. And I'm gonna put it together. I got time now. I'm terminated, but I'm gonna put it together, show you guys. But to sum it up here, very reviving, very reviving, very retreat, very very refocused, very repurposing, very reintroduce myself. Okay, when I say I met 10 new sisters in Christ, that I have 10 lovely ladies. The guy that I was just talking to, he was just like, I bet you can't name all of their names, and I'm not finna name them right now, but I named all their names right off the bat, because those ladies were so great to me. They were just so beautiful. And to see girls my age, younger and a little bit older, really fiending and on fire for God, it was just so motivating. And I'm like, wow, this is the type of group that I need to be in. No offense to none of my homegirls, because I love y'all too, and I'm finna bring y'all with me. Anywhere I go, y'all going with me. However, that is what I needed. I needed to be around some women who I've never been around, to experience things I had never experienced, just to get a new feel of something that I could be, And it was just amazing. We were also surrounded with older women. So basically it was 150 plus women on the trip. All age groups ranging from 18 to, I don't even know the oldest, but it went up to, they were 70, 80-year-old women out there dancing for God. That was just such a beautiful thing. And I'm just like, wow, wow. When you live a life with Christ, look at what you can get out of it. So every age range had their own group. I was with the 23 through the 30-year-olds. My mom was a part. I'm pretty sure y'all seen her. If not, I'm just post a little picture up here of us. I'm telling you, when I say that was another step closer, even though me and my mom have been bonding before this retreat, that was a even greater step towards our great bond that we have. And I'm just so grateful for it, for real. What did we do? We slept in a cabin, so this was definitely different. It was a whole bunch of women in a cabin, and we stayed up all night. The last night I went to sleep, I'm not gonna lie, but we stayed up talking, just sharing our favorite scriptures or sharing our life experiences. And the only female girl group that I've ever been able to witness myself, besides in high school as an adult, is baddies. I did not say an experience, but to see. It's baddies, and all them women in that house, they just fighting, they hate each other, they gossiping about each other. I did not experience that one bit in this place, and we were there from Friday night to Sunday morning. We slept together in this I won't say it was small, but it was a nice little size cabin. We only had 2 showers, 2 toilets. They were all in one bathroom though. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It wasn't messy. Everybody had their stuff where they needed to have their stuff at. Even if we had stuff in the bathroom, we knew when it was time to shower. We knew how long we had to shower. Like, it was such an amazing experience. And that is when you know God is in it. That is when you know God is aligned with something, because everything just goes smoothly, and it went so smoothly. And people were going through spiritual warfare. It was some people like, oh, it took me to get this, that. Look at me. I was let go of on the way there. Like, so we were going through stuff, but we could not feel it. You could not see it. And all the things that you could feel, we were crying out. We had this cross where, because you know how they said Christ was nailed to the cross. We wrote down things that we wanted to let go of or sacrifice, because that's what the representation of the cross is, sacrifice. And so we were putting things we wanted to sacrifice on a note card, and they would nail it to the cross. Then at the end, once we were done nailing them to the cross, our final thing was to burn them in a pit. So that's what we did. We burned them. And at this pit, they were just like, I feel it in me that somebody else want to let something else go. And all you see is women steady just pulling their piece of paper out and just writing something else down and putting it in the fire. It was just an amazing thing. It was great, for real. I enjoyed it. I would highly recommend my sisters to attend. They have it every year. And it's really powerful, empowering, and empowering. Like, very, very, very demure, I would say, for sure. After that, we went to church. That Sunday morning coming back, we went to church, and it felt so good to sit with a group of ladies. We sat in our little group, and our pastor acknowledged us like, yeah, welcome back. Everybody was telling us welcome back, because they knew that when we came, look, we was coming back, okay? And I started the introduction of this with I'm back. I mean, I'm better. I'm not back. I'm better. So welcome better, I should say. But he acknowledged us. He prayed over us because I feel like you got to seal the deal. Now we went to that retreat. We was prayed out of. We was prayed into the retreat, and we were prayed out of the retreat. And I feel like in order to seal the deal, that's what you need. You need prayer over it to make sure everything sticks. And that's what my pastor prayed over us, that everything that we learn sticks. Everything that we learn, we can apply to our lives. We can change for the better. And I'm just really grateful for that whole experience. It's definitely the start of a new beginning. And actually, on my way home from the retreat is when I actually reintroduced myself as TatiChristian, the gospel artist. And I'm just grateful for it all. Like, that's how I knew right then it was time to be someone else, because the old me just wasn't cutting it. And there's nothing wrong with that. They were saying that too. Forgiveness. Forgive your old self. Forgive you so that you can move forward righteously in the right way of your new self and your new purpose. So definitely a great experience for me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We finished media school, y'all. We just finished everything that I wanted to accomplish, and now we starting fresh. I'm grateful. I hope to have y'all all to continue to be a listening ear on the podcast, a listening ear on the Freestyle Fridays, a listening ear for the gospel genre change. I just hope y'all grow with me for real, because that would mean a lot. And I think it'll be very meaningful, not just for me, but for y'all too, for real, because God speaks through me. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't do this by myself. I can't. He does it for me and through me. So, yeah, y'all, that is all we got for episode 1 of the TatiChristian Show. Oh, my God. This is just so great to me. But I thank y'all again for tuning in. Back at it every second and fourth Friday, y'all, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm learning that too. I have to keep my word. If I can't keep my word with myself, how can I keep it with God and anybody else? So it starts with you, y'all. Every second and fourth Friday, you will be seeing a Freestyle Friday plus another podcast episode. Thank y'all again. Love y'all. We out.